In this week's court report, the Pahrump man arrested after attacking a Nye County Sheriff's Office deputy, then leading police on a two-day manhunt, was sentenced to more time in jail today. Jeff Stevens, who was already behind bars for previous charges, was sentenced to an additional 6 months in county jail by Judge Kent Jasperson this morning. The sentence was handed down after Stevens' early morning arraignment, during which he pleaded guilty to violation of a protective order that was filed by Stevens' estranged wife, Teresa Incapero. In addition to other crimes, Stevens also reportedly made threats at the thrift store his wife owns with a shotgun, which was later found stashed in a grassy area near her store, reportedly in retaliation against her separating from him. Stevens was formally charged on March 7th with repeated violation of order for protection against domestic violence, 14 counts, a misdemeanor. But today, all of those charges were dismissed but one. This morning, Judge Jasperson even said that Stevens continues to commit crimes even when he's in custody, referring to phone calls and other unlawful attempts to communicate with his wife. Back on January 20th, Stevens made a plea deal and accepted a sentence of 5 to 29 years in prison. The fiancé of a former deputy attorney general arrested on drug charges was in court today answering to her own allegations connected to the case. Jennifer Marsden appeared in both Departments of Justice court this morning regarding several narcotics cases. Marsden's fiancé, Timothy Treffinger, was arrested back in May 2015 after a month-long investigation regarding drug sales. When SWAT and other officers served a warrant at a residence at 5841 East Alfano Avenue, police found heroin and other paraphernalia inside. Treffinger and another man who were there were immediately arrested. Marsden was sought for questioning. Treffinger originally faced charges including maintaining a residence for the sale and use of drugs and possession of heroin and drug paraphernalia. However, Treffinger made a plea agreement, pleading guilty only to possession of a controlled substance, and was placed in the diversion program. During his sentencing back on January 11th, Marsden will have her case bound over to district court. Today, both the defense and prosecution agreed that Marsden will plead guilty to 2 Category C felonies, conspiracy to violate the Uniform Controlled Substance Act, and other charges against her will be dismissed later. Marsden's arraignment is scheduled for May 23rd. James Earl Marshall was arrested for criminal contempt on Friday, March 18th, the same day his sentencing hearing was scheduled in district court regarding charges of possession of child pornography. District court clerks say Marshall was remanded into custody on the 18th for that case to immediately serve 364 days with credit for time served of 9 days, and will be placed on 5 years probation and pay a fine of $2,500. Marshall was originally arrested for the charges back in March 2012, and in September 2015, he pleaded guilty as part of a plea agreement. James Earl is the brother of former Nye County Assistant Sheriff and former candidate for Sheriff Rick Marshall. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.